WrestleMania for me personally is really something that I watched growing up. Never really saw myself being a part of this big, grandest stage of them all. But you know, for me, it's just like I'm really living a dream.
My name is Nikolai Volkov. I escaped from communist country in 1968. Come to Canada first, then I come to the United States. I was the first man to sold out Madison Square Garden with Bruno Sammartino in 1970. And then I wrestled again Bruno Sammartino in 74, Madison Square Garden, 1 hour to a draw. And the WrestleMania #1, my partner Iron Sheik, we won Tag Team Champion, WF Tag Team Champion belt. And our manager was Fred Blessing. Gibroni, okay.
What's up, everybody? This is the Godfather at WrestleMania, New Orleans. Man, Papa Shango should be around here somewhere. He should be. I think he is. Anyway, my favorite, well, not my favorite WrestleMania moment, but let me tell you a moment. I don't know the number, but Papa Shango ran in on Hogan and Ultimate Warrior, and Papa Shango was late. And I want to tell everybody I wasn't late. I was sent late. So stop saying that's my fault, because it wasn't my fault. And they just sent me late, and it was a long run, so I got there a little late. So that's not my favorite moment, but that's a moment that I wanted to explain to people that it wasn't my fault. Peace, everybody. Go WrestleMania.
WrestleMania means memories, man. I mean, isn't that what life's all about, is memories? What's up, brother? Memories, right? Hey, man, it is. It really is about memories, and I had a lot of great ones, especially at WrestleMania when everybody came together. All the fans were there, the biggest show of the year. I had an opportunity to have some great matches, and the fact is, one of my best matches ever that besides the Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin, which was probably one of the most epic matches ever that I was able to be a part of, but I think the next one in line would have to be The Rock when he hit me with the chair. Bam! I think that's got to be one of my favorite ones, because it was never done before. And then, of course, Mankind had to come and do it like 4 times in the face, had to outdo me.
This is the truth, all right? My first WrestleMania, I didn't even know that that was WrestleMania. I mean, I did, but every day is just a day to me, guys. And I'm not kidding you. A year later, someone, hey, remember WrestleMania? Oh, that was WrestleMania? And I swear to that, that's no joke. Just every day was another day to me. And actually, even WrestleMania 13, I knew that was WrestleMania, but it's just, man, when you got that many days, I don't think about it like that, to be honest.
1, 2, Boogeyman's coming for you. WrestleMania 34. WrestleCon. I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get ya.
My real name is Michael Jones. I wrestle by the name Virgil, okay? I'm from Pittsburgh, PA, where we raised hell and we stomped and did everything right. Came into wrestling 1988. We went to, it was Ted and myself, this gentleman right here. That's WrestleMania 4. It was Ted and myself, Andre in the corner versus Hogan and Savage, Piper in the corner, and we put 87,000 in Trump Plaza, Atlantic City. Ain't bad for 18-and-a-half-year-old kid, is it?
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, so we ready to roll, baby.
What does WrestleMania mean to you?
Nothing really. I'm just hanging out with the boys, whatever. It's a big, wrestling convention and a big gathering, that's it.
Absolutely. The wrestling fans helped me achieve my dream. So I always have that connection with them, and I love wrestling fans. They are the most passionate fans in the world. Wrestling fans and music fans, most passionate in the world.
Wow.
See, in our business, it changed way over the years. but you got to change with the business. If you don't change with the business, you're going to be behind.
Right.
You know, but I teach the things, the real basic things that kids don't even have a clue about.
Yeah.
Have been in the ring. But before you can learn my business, you got to love my business, and you got to understand what my business is about. It's to take that guy on the front row and reach out down in his heart and soul. That's what it is. It's learning that magic.
Well, WrestleMania, I mean, you know, it's like the WWE Super Bowl. It's the biggest event of the year. It's a great opportunity for all these fans to come from all over the world, and we get to just kind of hang out with them and talk to them about wrestling and stuff. This is probably my 20-something WrestleMania that I've called, and so it's always a fun time of the year.
So what does WrestleMania mean to you?
Well, you know what, to me, I have a different look at it, but when I started in the business, wrestling was so different. It's night and day. Wrestling was more like a traveling little circus that you never really heard about on the news, you know. And today, I mean, the WWE has become such an awesome company. I mean, WrestleMania is bigger than the Super Bowl. The fans from all over the world. So to me, it's like once a year I remind myself, my God, we came from this in the 60s, and we're here with this. It just amazes me. Every year I'm just amazed. I'm like a WrestleMania addict too, just like you guys. I got the WWE Hall of Fame ring. It's good. Beautiful engravings. My name's carved on the inside.
But,
No, I'm not taking any bumps.
you gonna take any bumps?
Hell no. Yeah, I've been lucky. No artificial parts. Everything feels good. I think I'm 30.
What about a chop?
I'm doing nothing to hurt myself.
No bumps. What about a chop?
I don't believe in chops. Chops should be banned.
Why?
Why? All right. You're a big, tough professional wrestler. You're in a contest with a man in a prop lifter. The guy wants to kill you, but what do you do in that manly way? You go, hold it.
Come on.
Do I have to say any more?
You don't, but it gets the crowd pop.
No,
you know?
it doesn't. It used to be a cheap pop. Now it's just a standard cheap woo. So you're trying to have a serious match. The guys really trying to get the people into it, and then all of a sudden, woo, 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 you turn into a joke.
It's such a great event. I feel like this is the weekend of everything wrestling that, you know, it's the biggest weekend of the year for people that love the event and they love the sport and entertainment. They get to come out and have fun and meet everyone that's in the business and engage with the people that they love and the people they watch on TV.
Yeah, they don't give these away, man.
One of the things we want to ask you guys is how do you think the business has changed since you came up into it and what it's doing now?
Well, time has changed, okay? So everything changes. Summer changes the winter, all right? So I think the business has changed a little bit, but I think it changed for the best. Now it's cable TV when they didn't have cable TV, so everything that's happening now, I think it's for the best.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, things change, generations change, you know, that's with everything, all right? But I still like the way that the younger kids now still, you know, insert some of their old flavor in what they do. So I think it's a good thing for the business.
All right. So what does WrestleMania mean to you?
You know what? It means WrestleMania.
Hey,
biggest weekend of the year?
Well, the biggest event of the year. I mean, all-time high, man. Just no words for WrestleMania. It's bigger than the Super Bowl.
Bad, man. There we go. Let's go. Oh, man, you asked for it. Oh! Oh! Don't play favorites here. Let's get everybody. And you guys pretty much get the concept. Haven't tried the candy? There we go. Oh, man. Here we go. Oh, cow. Get the lid. Here we go. So you guys answer.
Well, regardless of whether you're a WCW guy or a WWE guy or an ECW guy, obviously WrestleMania is the biggest event in the world for wrestling fans, and it's you know, it's the Super Bowl, it's the World Series, it's the 4th of July, it's Christmas, it's all wrapped into one.
Response to people who criticize you about how the NWO storyline was kind of stolen from Japan?
Those people are full of shit. They have no idea what they're talking about. They read the dirt sheets. They read and believe second, third, fourth-hand information. It was not stolen at all. I was inspired by what I saw when I was studying and working over in Japan, because I believe the Japanese at that time had a very reality-based presentation in every aspect, not just what went on in the ring, but even their public relations. You know, newspapers covered professional wrestling like it was a legitimate sport.
Right, kayfabe is real.
That's what I was inspired by and what motivated me to come up with a storyline that felt believable and real. That's about as close as, honestly, I can connect the NWO to what was going on in the Japan. The rest of it is just dirt sheet writers that are trying to sound like they're a lot smarter than they are. And unfortunately, people that want to feel smart reading that kind of bullshit. But it's not true.
Andre, I loved Andre. Especially one of the times, the only one time I wrestled a lot in Battle Royals, right? But one time I wrestled him in Elizabeth, New Jersey, college. And I looked at Andre the Giant against me in a single match. What the hell am I going to do? And Andre drank about 8 bottles of wine before he got out there. Not because he's an alcoholic, but he had back pain and everything. So he got in the ring and he looked at me and I looked at him and he's like, "What's the matter, boss?" He grabs me, throws me around, hits me, and sits on me in the corner for about 5 minutes. Just sat on me. And then he let a fart on me. It smelled like wine.
My name is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius of WWE. I'm selling this comic book here, and I let people wear the Macho Man's Hall of Fame ring that 3 years ago I inducted him into the Hall of Fame, and people love to put on the ring. That way it's not just a picture, it's a keepsake. Yes, I was a baseball player, but I couldn't hit, run, throw, field, or think. So after high school, I went right into wrestling.
Okay. So,
well, first, wait a minute. That's not true. I was a telemarketer before I was a wrestler. Yeah.
You think that helped you out at all with promo work or anything?
I'll tell you what, I couldn't believe it, but I made a fortune. I'm a good telemarketer. Then I was so good they made me a sales manager.
That's not bad.
And then I became a wrestler. And but I always knew if I ever needed it, I could be a telemarketer because a good salesman is never unemployed. Now I'm retired now, but fortunately I don't have to go in the cubicle anymore. The genius was victorious against the mighty Hulkster, and the World Wrestling Federation fell. For a billion Hulkamaniacs who live and die for Hogan saw the genius was triumphant at the bell. They saw their hulking hero as he wallowed in self-pity like the victim of a somewhat heinous crime. And now he has a partner even stupider than he is, so I'm sure he'll be the loser one more time. Mr. Perfect, you're the man who's never wrong. Can you prophesize what we're about to do? By the power of the genius and the world's smartest man, rely on my incredible IQ. Thank you.
I have a lot of favorite moments. 3 main events with Rock and Austin, 15, 17, and 19 were huge to me. Michaels and Undertaker at 25, huge to me. And maybe the most emotional match of all was WrestleMania 18, the legendary Hulk Hogan against The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
I do love my father's match between him and Kurt Angle. All of the moments in there were really special. And also when my father and Chris Benoit had a really special moment in the ring where they embraced and they were finally champions. They were finally having their WrestleMania moment together. That was amazing.
It's much more than a paycheck, man. It's just memories. Between now and the time that I was doing WrestleManias, man, WrestleMania 2, yeah, it's been a while. So the faces have changed, but it still keeps beating hard and strong. And it's just fun to watch.
The wrestling's changed a lot. Do you think it's changed for the better or for the worse?
I don't like the flavor of it now, but that's just me. I'm an old fart.